Okay, now I think I should say words about myself. My name is Oleg. My surname is very difficult to pronounce, so I don't think I should do it. Well, I'm one of the students of Master's Faculty of Management in ITMO, and we are doing our Master's program in Innovation Management, and well, the presentation is about my project, sorry. May I use your desktop to put something on it?
Sorry?
May I use the desktop to put something on it?
Sure. Just say okay.
What's that mean?
Just say okay.
Okay.
And then close that. Okay, so what is the document that you want to open?
This is my Excel.
Sorry, which of these?
Какой из этих?
Is it this one?
Сейчас. No, this Excel.
Okay, so it is in the newest version of PowerPoint, and this machine reads the older version.
I should convert it.
So please.
Oh, excuse me, 2 minutes to convert.
Okay. So, to all students, okay. Please, all students, could you please save your presentation in an older version of PowerPoint? Unfortunately, this machine does not read the newest ones. So, some of you have computers, so please make the...
Надо сохранить презентацию в старой версии Word. Или что там, PowerPoint или Excel.
2003 PowerPoint.
2003, пожалуйста.
Презентация в Excel, это ноу-хау.
Это инновационно.
I only experienced this kind of demo effect happens, so you can avoid it, so that you have always paper versions with you if you have some presentation. So you are always something to give for them. Just take it, for example, 5 copies, and they are able to follow your presentation from that.
Александр, поднимает руку. Кирилл вот сидит.
Нельзя ли будет включить второй мониторчик сейчас, второй экран? Niin kuin meillä on XP täällä.
What are you doing?
Закинься перед началом.
Я уже.
Выдыхай кальян.
А у тебя?
У меня аж чуть-чуть не полетело после такой процедуры.
Руки затряслись при виде, да?
Нет, я на него выдохнул, у него...
Давай запустим вируснягу.
Блин.
Я вижу, ты пишешь шелфит.
Можешь не говорить по-русски?
Хорошо.
Очень прошу.
И было 2 видеооператора, один настоящий, а второй чисто людей интервьюировать.
Сейчас.
Сейчас на голову.
Подожди, Тарас, реально, можешь исчезнуть? Очень прошу.
Нервы не выдерживают, сдают нервы.
Сейчас. Да, прямо сейчас я видео сохранил.
Тарас, вы хотите дать нам интервью?
Сейчас у нас...
Нервы сдают по одному.
Ага, вообще.
А ты в OpenOffice делаешь?
Ну, бунта как бы.
Okay, let's have another another try.
Okay, I also think that I should say something about my background. And before my master's program, I got my bachelor degree in linguistics. So I'm a computer linguist, and now I'm working in a prompt company, and I'm doing the machine translator. So my presentation is about the project, which is a bit connected with it, but it isn't the translating system. This is another thing. It has more common to, and this rather to the management field than to the linguistics. Well, it is called Dixel. It is the solution to customize business-to-business projects so that they would fit the end user's needs. Why do we need it? Well, and what is it? Our aim is to make the platform to sell some products that use parts of business-to-business humongous, huge B2B software, and to sell those parts, those components that are needed by end users to them, and to simplify this process. So, for example, you have some software which is oriented on the business users, and you like it, but you like only one feature. So you would prefer to have this feature in a single software rather than to buy a huge complex, which costs a lot and is very difficult in use. So this is the process of transferring products and solutions. There is a complete pattern. It is expensive, it is well sold in each segment, but it can't be sold in end user segment because users don't need it. It is integrated, so it is a big solution with a lot of components. Each of them performs some action, but you need only two of them, or 100 or 1,000. There is a problem that you really don't need enough components, and they can still they occupy place on your hard disk, they cost, and so on. So you would like to get another product which fits your needs, that is customized for you, and is integrated and simple to use. Here are the drawbacks of corporate products for you. They're expensive, sophisticated, they are overwhelmed with features, so there is statistics, maybe it isn't representative, but still we made a small research and it is. So for example, you have a product that makes something, then there are a lot of features to export, to import it to other formats. There are some features for team working and so on. You don't need it. You need only 10% of features, and maybe you need something else that isn't present or you haven't found it. It occurs quite often. No. But you need some functionality from the solution, so you want to buy it, or even you don't want to buy it, you have to do it. There is a good example, OCR, optical character recognition systems for Russian market. There are two of them which are also being sold, and one of them is made by the company EBI. Beforehand, this company was creating a big solution that included all possible formats, and it costed quite a lot. But now there is a home version which costs quite a few, about 40 euro. And it is easy, it is much better sold. It stands in every software shop, in every computer shop. You can go and buy. So lots of people have scanners, and it's quite useful for you to scan a book, for example. Well, but still there are some companies that provide products in only business-to-business segment. It would be probably profitable for them and for you to convert their products to end-user one. But the diversity of products gives for the companies, it gives the more stability, because business-to-business segment is quite a slow one. There are lots of money, but the amount of sales in pieces is not too high, and there is a long-term support afterwards. But if you sell something to end users, you can make lots of money during a short period of time. You make some advertisement campaign and you sell lots of copies. Well, then it can simply improve the image of the company, because you can say that my company is oriented both towards end users and business users. For example, Bosch. It is not in the software field, but still, once it was producing only parts for complicated technical systems, but now it is also selling drills and some devices that you can buy and use them. So it improved the image of company. So everyone now knows that not only the car users, but everybody who makes something at home. Well, but we think that business-to-business product, it can sometimes very easily be converted into the consumer one. And for the company, it has a lot of advantages. Because if you watch a product, a new product, you have to make a search, you have to create it, develop, then to sell. And now the process of development is shortened, and it is only a small period of conversion. Well, and afterwards, this easily created project can be spun off. For example, it is our first customer, the company for which we are doing this. It is a Prompt, it is a company that creates the machine translator. Its product line includes a variety of solutions, but they are also huge and they are rather difficult and expensive. Moreover, they don't include the features that are actually needed by the end users. I think that end users need to translate first of all. They translate books, then they translate articles, and they translate their chat and so on. And what about chatting? Prompt doesn't translate it enough well, but it is the only drawback. And the huge solution, if we could put out of it some translation directions and some topics and sell it cheap and easily, users will buy it. So, but still, in products line there is no adaptation for end users. Products are still sophisticated and there is almost no promotion and the price is too high. And unfortunately there was a table about the different machine translator sales. We found a company which resembles Prompt but is well oriented on consumer segment. It is Babylon, which is made in Israel, and it shows a huge sales in Israel. It shows a huge income, and we think why can't Prompt do the same? I will show this table later. Anton, can you do this table standalone, please? Well, as a solution, maybe first of all, we should clusterize the product to distinguish the main feature, some expert features, some not important features, and so on. Then we should collect the data about users to customize product for himself. And then we should adapt the final product to be easy for all consumers and maybe not to interfere with the business products. This is the process of this customization. The corporate product is divided, as I said. Then each component is evaluated. First of all, we should evaluate its value for the consumer and its price, the development time wasted on it. Then we should evaluate how is it easy to use and how is it accessible for the user. And yes, we shouldn't interfere with main product line. Then we should adapt the interface, because now Prompt has an awful interface with lots of features, lots of settings, but it is quite impossible to open and translate with it. You have to spend around 10 minutes by customizing the translation. It is impossible for the end user product, I think. Well, and the process of sales, of delivery of the product should also be very simple. You go, you see an advertisement and you buy. You don't have to go somewhere to order, to wait. It is a better solution nowadays, I think. Then we should create a product to customize it for each very user. For example, one user needs to translate some articles concerning management, another is interested in financial articles, and so on. So we should know it to fit his needs. And when it's outlined, when the solution is ready and we know what the user wants, we create the product. It's quite easy to do. And then there is the payment process. It has been a big problem 10 years ago in the US, and now in Russia is the same situation. There are some ways to pay, but all they need user to go out to pay something. There is one solution, but it is too expensive. It is paid by SMS. One can't buy more than anything that costs more than 10 euro by SMS, because it will be too expensive and not feasible. Well, then I think we should socialize the sales process. It means that first of all we should target on users' needs, and then I think that one satisfied user would advertise the product among his friends, and this will increase our sales. And what do we require for it? First of all, a good product, but it is not enough. Prompt has already good products, but they are not well sold, as we say. The second point, information should be open, accessible for everyone, and everyone should access it and know about it. Then there should be, maybe I can't call it a community, but still, if there are some users that use the product, they should communicate to exchange some ideas, how to improve, how to use it, and so on. And there should be support. And all this information should be stored. It is, I think it is necessary now in Web 2.0. It is a new epoch. So what have we done? We have done an easy platform that is easy for customer and quite easy for the company that creates these products. What does it do? It takes the corporate product, it rebuilds it according to users' needs, and customizes the resulting products. And it does everything I have mentioned. It collects information, it customizes products, it takes part in promotion and sales, it supports after the purchase, and then it builds the community. Now there are two people in the team. We are still developing this product, this platform. There are some outlines, there is the draft program, but we can't present it because we need our first customer to accept it and use. The platform without users is simply a platform that isn't interesting at all. The information now is more valuable than the system. The content is more valuable. So, if you want to ask us something, or excuse me, everything is very sharp. So if you want, we can tell more. It's my friend colleague. They started together with me, and we are working together on this project. Not only on this. No. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So you kept the schedule really nicely to like 12 minutes. For the following presenters, when you have done 10 minutes, I will show you like this, and then you will know that you have 5 more minutes left. So, if I was an investor, after this presentation, my first question would be, could you crystallize the key benefit of this product?
Now I think it is the only product, usually the company, when it wants to spin off its products for end users, it does it itself. And now we see that there is a company that doesn't want to do it, but we have offered this idea to it. So I think it is the only product on this. There is no market yet, I think. It isn't a big market. It is only a small niche.
But if you could just summarize the key benefit in, let's say, 5 words.
Key benefits for us or for the company?
For the potential customers. Now we
for
are
our
interested
potential-
if there is a market for this product. So
we will bring them more profit. We will bring them the new market for this company. We will bring them new customers, and maybe we will improve its image.
okay. So then our board, what kind of comments or questions do you have for this first team?
Okay, who would like to start?
Oh, well, maybe I could start. It's in line with the previous comment. The situation is like, for example, you are in the elevator with some potential investor of the company, and you have the time to raise with him, this investor whom you're really interested in, from the first floor to the 5th floor, let's say. Can you please use this 30 seconds to clearly explain to me why, being an investor, I would be interested to invest into this? Like 30 seconds time for that.
We didn't think about the investment model.
It's not about the investment model, it's the core idea. So just like you have, imagine that there's a situation, and this is the situation of whole your life. Like you've been waiting for this opportunity. Just 30 seconds, core idea, why we should invest.
The core idea is to give the possibility to big software companies to outsource the creation of end-user products based on their corporate products.
Why would they like to do that?
They would like to do it because they would like to expand their market, and they don't know how to do it. They have a ready corporate product that may fit end users' needs, and either it may not need. But it is too expensive and too sophisticated, and they don't want to spend time, resources on creating end user product, because it is also a problem to create user interfaces, to make an advertisement campaign, and we will take it, we will do everything for the company. And maybe it will be cheaper for them than to make such research.
Name some of your prospect customers.
Well, now we see we are working with one customer, just Poland. Then maybe there is a company that is creating also the business products. It's one S. We don't know whether it is suitable for them, but we will ask them whether they need it or not. Then maybe we will interact with some companies that are making some lie detectors, software lie detectors. They are usually based on some hardware, but if they want to create an end-user software that needs nothing more than a microphone, maybe we will do it. We're not decided yet, we haven't interacted with them yet.
Well, seems to me that like all the points you mentioned there that need to be considered when offering a software to some group of customers, they are the kind of things that the software company needs to, they are doing a bad job if they are launching a product that is not good for their customers. Although I understand the point that the usual customer only uses like 10% of the features, but do they, like, can you find a big enough group using the same 10% and then modify that product to suit their needs?
But according to this platform, we will customize the product for each customer. So one needs this 10%, this one uses another 10%, and our platform will customize the products of this big company to each of these customers.
Yeah. Sorry, it's kind of like, because I think I had a hard time like getting the core idea, and I just now was sure that your customer actually is the big software company. So, but can you do it like, is it an automated platform that I can like order a product from a big software company, and then I can just make some specifications of my needs, and then
it's much more expensive than to buy. We would like to make a platform that will sell rather more inexpensive but customized products. So the big solution, the corporate solution, I underline it. If the software company creates a software for business users but doesn't create it for end users, for simple home users, maybe they will use the software that does it, but for a lower price, and if it is customized to their needs.
Yeah, well, just a short comment about the presentation itself. Like, I understand that 15 minutes is short, especially if you thought that you have 20 minutes, but 17 or 18 slides is way too much. You need to, way too much. You need to do that in 4 or 5. And actually, the first slide that really got my attention was the one explaining that reference prompt. So if I was you, I'd start with that and say that, okay, we have done this, and then go to that one slide after that, somewhere in the end, where you like describe very briefly all the things you do. And then one big thing for me, like pretending I was someone with lots of money, and there was no dollar signs anywhere in your presentation. No. Yeah, but you need to have them like right in the beginning, like what's your business model, how much money are you planning to make, and so on.
There are two possible models. The first one is that we will sell our solution to the big software company, and it will sell their software themselves. The other is that we will cooperate with the company, then we will sell their products adopted for end users, and we will get some percent, some fee.
Okay, that's the second slide, the latest, that I need to hear that. I'm not interested in, like, I was not interested in hearing too much information before knowing, like, what's the money machine in this.
We wanted to make some examples of our cooperation with Bond, but later we decided that we shouldn't do it because nobody here knows this company, and you may be unaware of the specific of each product line.
Okay.
It's really strange.
Let's take 2 more questions from the committee.
I would just like add a comment to the Riku's comment that I was looking for that you provide some kind of roadmap how you are going to establish your business and set up your business in future. A roadmap how you will establish your business in future, how you start, what phases there is, and where to grow.
Okay, well, the first point...
we do not have time for that. Don't explain just how you are able to develop your presentation.
Yeah. Okay, and then one more comment, please.
Let me start by saying that I really liked your idea, and if you would like to read more about this kinds of user-centered innovation, you might want to look into Eric von Hippel's work. If you want to look into this kind of user-centered innovation and user toolkits, you might want to look into Eric von Hippel's work. I can give you the name later on. He's an American academic, and he's been writing about how to leverage user needs and user-oriented customization as a business model for companies, and how to take more customer needs more into account in their product development. So this is it's something you might be able to leverage later on when you get your business running here, and you get more knowledge about customers and how certain customer groups behave and what kind of needs they have. And another consideration that came to my mind, have you looked into what kind of requirements this kind of platform sets for software architecture and software design?
For our customers?
For your customers, because I'm getting the feeling that the architecture needs to be pretty modular and open in order to be compatible with this kind of automatic platform.
Well, it isn't open, but it is modular. Well, we're developing this product, this solution for the company for which we are now doing it. So yes, of course, I don't know whether it is serializable. There was a problem that this company found. It has a module architecture, but and the end user doesn't see it at all.
Sorry, if I was an investor with big bunch of money and now we are concentrating on technology and that kind of issue, so I would walk away. So as a wrap up, so keep it simple, like Riku said. So if you have a paying customer, tell this case and you rise up the interest immediately. Concentrate on customers, markets, market potential, what you are able to have, how you are able to tackle your competitors, because there is always either direct competitors or indirect competitors, and some kind of roadmap so that how your business is going to rise. No technology.
Yeah.
Proof of concept you are having. If you are having already some customer who is paying for you, don't.
And think of the
Tell
way to
about
kind of
technology. Yes.
and think of the way to summarize the key benefit of your offering, because that is what everyone is looking for.
Shorter, keep it simple, shorter version. Don't speak so much, speak slowly and so on.
Yeah,
But good
okay.
start, anyhow, good start.
Thank you very much.
So hello, my name is Mikhail Venkov. I'm also from our entrepreneurship faculty, as all we are. As for background, I began as a programmer, and I think that's enough to say. And so now I try to make it this way about entrepreneurship and so on. So my project is about the easy program power controller, or it also can be called a programmed relay. There are such devices which are used, and my teammate has made his own. He's a professional in the field of schematics, but he isn't interested only in developing things. And I decided, why don't we sell it? So he said, okay, do it. So first I'll start with the technology, then with the potential consumers, and a few words about the market. So this is the device, schematically of course. It's kind of a black box about a fist in the sides. So it has some inputs and outputs. The power input, which supplies is with power. The power outputs are connected to devices which power you want to manage. And also there are data inputs and outputs. As for inputs, you can connect some buttons or sensors to them. You can use either discrete or analog data. For example, discrete it's a button, and analog it's kind of a temperature sensor which gives a different voltage depending on the temperature. And as for data outputs, you also can control something else, give some logical signals. The logic of controlling everything is programmed with the help of this development environment, which uses graphical blocks, which means that you do not require an actual programmer. So you give it to an engineer which is familiar with schematics, and he is able to specify the required logic with help of this. So in this screenshot there is an example of a security alarm system program. So I can describe it Okay, there is a door sensor, power on button to enable the alarm, an output to the power indicator and the alarm itself. So if the door opened when the alarm is on, you get the signal. When you build this logic, you can test it right here to see if it works properly. Then you upload it to the device and it's ready for installation. So yeah, it is mounted on the DIN rail, which is commonly used for mounting electrical equipment, and actually is a standard. So here how it looks like. It's not the device I'm talking about, it's a circuit breaker as far as I see. So you just can see it from the forward and the backward. So the applications of this device, I've selected some main applications because there could be a lot of them, but as for selling the device, well, there are some problems. So first of all, the advertising equipment. I mean some glowing signs, which include some blinking or change their color and so on. Industrial automatics includes some automatic gates, barriers, also conditions control, for example, greenhouse. Well, I'll come back to it later. And the alarm systems, which I already mentioned. So some example for the advertising equipment, signs, and also some showcase equipment such as rotating shelves, which change their color smoothly. So some nice visual effects. This is about conditions control. So for example, you put some. You have to keep the same temperature, so you put the temperature sensors, you put some heaters, and connect it to this device, so it turns the heater on when the temperature is low. Can you see it?
Black box.
Okay, so I'll speak about the other thing. The key feature is because of that graphical development environment, it is easy to create the logic, as I said, without a programmer. It's the one point, and the second point that this program is created rather quickly. And as for all the applications that I selected, they all require some custom non-standard decisions. So you cannot just take something standard and put it here, there, and without modifying it. So you always have to make a custom decision for every order. So that's why I selected these applications. And these applications lead us directly to the potential customers. They are advertising equipment producers. I think it's clear about this. Automating organizations, which actually do the automation. For example, they visit you, and after they visit, your usual gate become automated gates, which are closed automatically after you pass them. And some small-scale and medium-scale manufacturers, because usually every manufacturing requires some automation, it makes it either with its own resources or hire some automation organization mentioned right before. And as for big manufacturers, they use some complex decisions for the automation, like these devices, but yeah, they have more features, more possibilities, they are more complex to operate. Well, that's another story. So that is, I think, all. I can tell something about the market. It has already passed its rapid growth, and now it's rather calm. There are similar devices with similar functionality, and really you can differ only with some features. So I was interviewing some people who use such devices, and they said, yes, if I had this feature, I would buy such a product. At the current state, yes, I forgot to mention, we have already the prototype of the device, so it's ready for mass production. And now the main goal is to finish the research of the market and all these things to get the numbers to operate with and to make a business plan. So I think that's all.
Any questions or comments? Please.
You mentioned the features that would make your product better than the ones that are already in the market. So could you please specify what are those features that make your product better?
No, I mentioned that you can compete with other devices by adding some features. And for example, take some big company which sells such devices, and there is a customer which says, I want this feature, could you make it for me please? And the company looks at it and said, I don't know, we sell thousands of these devices and you order only about 100. Why would we do, why should we implement this feature for you? We don't need it, we don't want to do it. And we as a small company, we are able to give resources to implement these features.
But you don't have any ready yet, like you don't know what features would be there to add, that would add value to the customer.
We are still interviewing potential customers for these features.
But from your own perspective, how is this different than previous solutions? What is the value of this?
The main feature is rapid development for non-typical tasks. That's about. So you can hire a usual programmer which will be sitting for a week and writing some code. And if your every order needs this writing, you won't make lots of them.
Okay, couple of comments. So you should about turn around your presentation. So start with the things which you presented in the end,
or the ones you said after the presentation.
And after the presentation. So most important things. Market.
The technology in the end.
You are solving. What are the benefits compared to your competitors? What are the markets, target markets for you? Their game also, you have segmented your customers. It was really good. You told about a little bit about the market itself. Forget all those technology slides over there. If somebody is bringing money to you, he or she doesn't understand anything, he or she get bored. So you have to turn around your presentation and concentrate on.
Explain it as easy as possible to understand.
Very good job. Like listening to the comments after the previous presentation and then telling us a little bit about the market. But really, you need to start with the problem and how are you? Like, who's having what kind of problem? What's your solution, and why can you and how can you make money with that solution? That's the order, and then the tech proof of concept. Just this, we assume that you know what you're doing there.
Yeah. So the first problem is that the research of the market isn't complete yet, and the second problem that I am not very skilled on these things, so I'm learning by doing this project.
Yes,
so my goal is not to earn a lot of money by selling this, but to get an experience.
That's good. That's good.
For future business.
Yeah. We are giving now feedback.
Most of the people who succeed in this have failed like 20 or 100 times and practiced giving presentations.
I said to Riku during your presentation that I made exactly the same mistakes when I was entrepreneur and trying to get some money out from investors. So I made exactly the same mistakes which you made over there. But now you are able to hear these
right
things.
Right now there is nothing. There is no information that. This information is not full for the investor, for the potential investors.
Yeah,
Okay,
Good job, anyhow.
You said that you have a prototype, yes?
Yes.
Well, how does it look? Okay. But I mean in general, is it like wires and stuff, or is it like a designed?
No, it's like a design, so you can just we can just order for mass production. So we'll have lots of these boxes ready to use.
It looks like a product, or
yes.
Okay.
Any other comments? So now you see that our perspective of the board is very much about the commercialization and investing. So we are kind of trying to take the role of investors, or kind of evaluating how clearly you are able to demonstrate the benefits of the product. And we hope that you will learn from our perspective.
I think your presentation would be excellent for your fellow students and classmates because they understand the technology stuff. So they would be interested in this. So this would be a perfect presentation for them. But then, like, as we don't come from your field, we don't understand any of the technology stuff. So that's why they're constantly saying that. Forget about that stuff and then bring in what's hard for you, actually.
Okay, I began talking about the technology to have a base for the potential audience for this product. So why would these companies need this product?
Yeah, just like what, 2 sentences, like who needs this and for what? So that's a good starting point.
It's important for me, why do they need this?
Yeah.
Any other?
Have you calculated any cost of production of this product?
There is a value for the production, so we have to get another. There are some prices of the competitors, and we are able to compete with these prices. But we have to research a lot more.
Yes, okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take the third presentation.
Good luck, my friend. No, thank you very much.
Find out the market size and what business models are working there, and then try to think if it's valuable to invest any more money into that.
Yeah.
So this is we just discussed. I hope that your people, like, they don't take this the wrong way and they are okay with us, like, giving comments like
be
this.
tough,
Yeah.
That's a game in a way, but for them it's
but that's, we see
because
exactly the cases like this.
they come back home. They
Silence, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexander and I'm also a student in the Master's Corporate faculty, and I finished the St. Petersburg Polytechnical University in 2005 and worked in Robotic Institute during 4 years. And now I'm here, and my great purpose is to build a business in the sphere of robots. So my project in this faculty is connected with robots, and the main part of them is telepresent robots. So I will start to talk. So what kind of remote interaction systems do you know? So first of all, we should say about the TV set, telephone, and different personal computers with different applications. But what are the presuppositions for these systems? First of all, that's time. Time is the main unreviewed resource, and we always find the ways how to save our time, how to make different things more faster, how to get information quickly and more comfortable. So another presupposition is the transport. Someone can say the transport is our triumph, but we waste our time in transport, in the, waiting for buses, in the underground cars. So another people can say that transport is our blind alley. Another presupposition is aging and physical limits. It's a good reason for building different remote interaction systems. And also there are such type of remote interaction systems like video conferencing. And we should say about the evolution in this sphere from static to dynamic, and about the presence effect. So what can be the new decision for these systems? Certainly fantastic writers thought for us different things like teleportations and maybe how to become more younger, but it's from the region of fantastic. The good decision for nowadays is the replacement body as a servo-control anthropometric robot, and the current level of technology can offer virtual visiting robots or telepresent robots. What are these systems? This is the mobile wheels, mobile platforms with a set of communication tools like a video camera, microphone, acoustic system, LCD screen, and you can control the system via the Skype and or web browser. So many people think that these systems are is like the Skype on the wheels, but there are some people that don't think so, and I will try to show it in the next slide. Should say about different product description. So mobile telepresent robots, it's the next step in video conferencing. It's the present effect, it's the main idea of these systems. It's for reduced travel or downtime, and these systems give you a mobility in remote work. And also the main fact that they give you a new new capabilities for people with physical limits. And also there is interesting things like a wow effect. So after 100 years of advances in communications, where we discovered how to transmit text, voices and images, why not able to transmit presence? So we can use these robots to manage our large operations, or to or in the work while we are on the business trip. Just imagine you are on the hot sand under the hot sun near the hot water, and your robot, instead of you in your hot office, works with your hot colleagues. So also you can use this system to give customers tours in your factory, or to use robot to work from home. Another application is using this system in conference. So you can move freely around the office, around the halls, talk, smile, and catch the smile of your colleagues, and all of that from anywhere. Another application is using this system in the shops and decrease the cost of your goods. And it's a perfect possibility for people with physical limits. And also there is a great market and important market for as elder care for these systems. But there are some issues. First of all, that's the cost. I will show in the next slide. The cost is very high, and these systems are very expensive now. but rich companies can buy these systems, and there is a little market for these robots. So also there is the problems with safety and reliability, because there are some problems with Wi-Fi and WiMAX coverage, and there are some problems if you get disconnected from your robot and you don't know where it stopped. Also there are some social questions. Will the people accept the robotic workers, and what about the operator? Can the operator get used to being a robot? And also there are some problems with hacker attacks, because you can imagine a hacker that gains the control of your robot and using it to insult your boss or to escape from the building or from anywhere. And what do experts think about this technology? There are two polar opinions in the world. Some of them are skeptical, some of them are not skeptical. So one people can say that the using Skype with the use netbook with a free copy of Skype is cheaper and it's better. Yes, they are true, but it's normal for new technology, because this technology is born, more than born now. And also another opinions that this technology reshapes your business, and it's the big future as robots. There is a famous analytic research and consult Gartner company. This company is famous for their hype cycles for emerging technologies, and this is a graphic representation of of adoption and social applications for your technologies, and you can see in these plots where is your technology. So it's burning now, or it's ready for market, or it's in between. So our technology is wheelchair presents, and you can see that for mainstream there are from 2 to 5 years. And also this company published in November interesting document named 6 new technologies that will reshape your business, and television robots is the technology among this. So I should say about the difference in telepresent robots. So there are some companies that make different position on the market. They use different business models, like direct selling or renting, and there are some functional devices in the robots. These systems are not autonomous, because many people think that when we speak robot, first of all we speak about autonomous system, but this system is a complex of the artificial intelligence and natural intelligence. So we don't forget that we control the system via the Skype and or web browser. And there are some real cases. There is interesting company, USA company Robot Dynamics, that use this system in the assembly line in China, and one man, the boss of the factory, change yourself in this factory. So the productivity of one day when the boss was in the factory was about $3,000. When he was out, the productivity was about $2,000, and when the robot was instead the boss, it was about $4,000. What's happened? The Robot Dynamics explained this effect when the boss out of his place. The workers take a longer break, spend a long time socializing. But when boss use use a robot instead of you, workers had no idea when the headmaster, when the boss can jump into the robot, and it's the surprise effect. And suddenly we are in their faces, demanding and asking the results. And there are some information about the size of the market. There are some companies, you can see the three of them, and the cost, as I said before, the costs are very expensive, but there are some companies that, these companies sold some units of these devices and make good money in that market. So also when we speak about the robots market and about the robots at all, we should not forget that the robots are like computer markets 40 years ago, and it's very perspective. So, and I should say about some words about our project. So I have a team which was based in St. Petersburg and also in Moscow, and we have the office in the Master Corporate Faculty, and we have the prototype. That's our prototype. Now we build the next robot and analyzing the results of the market, analyze our market research. We emphasize on the costs. So the prime cost will be, it's about $2,000, and the cost for customers from 5,000 to 7. But it's approximate numbers, so the future will show us will we be right or not. But it's the question of time. So that's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really like your style of the presentation. What kind of comments can we get from the board?
Well, if I start, I like the presentation. This was very good. One thing that you know, maybe it's a good thing that I want to ask you more questions and so on. But like what's your competitive advantage versus like the big players like Honda and so on who are in this market already?
I think that when we speak about robots, we should speak firstly about the countries, because Russia, it's very hard to do different robots in Russia, and because the USA, Japan, and South Korea are far away. We are far away behind all these countries. So we first of all has our advantages is for costs, I think, first of all. But if we couldn't build these systems, we have some ideas to make money with the parts of the systems. Just you can imagine, instead of you here now, can be the the laptop with the camera on the small wheel mobile platform, and you can control this small mobile platform. For example, if you're sitting in the neighbor.
Yeah. I got the benefits, and I believe this is an emerging market, no doubt about it. Just and if your advantage is that you can produce these half the price compared to your competitors, then that's enough. Very good.
Yes, this was good presentation. You started with the story and it continues with somehow a story. So stories are always interesting ones. So it's a good. But like Riku said, so I was missing over there also some things added to Riku's things. So the scalability. Okay, you were discussing about that thing, the business scalability, and once again the business potential and the potential of market. So who are the customers and what is the market potential in these target customers? But over there you should make some homework and a bit shorter, not so many slides, and keep it simple. A bit more simple like you have now presented, but great presentation.
Okay, guys.
I also really like that presentation, and kind of continuing from the previous statement, I kind of would have focused on 1 or 2 target groups, because like for example, like you demonstrated that the productivity of the employees in a factory would increase with this product. So, but that I guess is the way these are already used, or is it?
This robot is really used in the China line assembly. It's a real case.
But then I would have maybe chosen 1 or 2 fields that are still kind of unexplored. That, for example, like if you just came, like someone would have to bring the robot here, and anyway, you could give the presentation from St. Petersburg, and there would be this robot giving this presentation instead of you. But then again, would it be as effective?
So basically, I think that the both comments relate to segmentation. So we know that there are large industry players putting heavy sums of money to making these robots. So now one opportunity could be kind of very carefully look at the market and find some specific niche markets for you, where you could specialize in. So there was one example on the health providing.
Yes.
Some kind of. So what kind of specific niche could there be that you could specialize with your robot in? Would it be this supervision in factories or something else?
I showed almost all regions of these systems, but I think that the most important market is the elder care market and the remote controlling in the factories, and also maybe for secure systems.
Okay, actually Nico came up with a very good example. Do you want to share it?
No.
He was just talking about the flight attendants, because Finnair has a strike with the flight attendants now, so maybe they could be replaced with these robots.
Yeah. So what I was trying to tell you was exactly the same what we were discussing. If you have now these elder people services and then this factory control, so then you have already target markets, and over there you are able to build up your business plan. How would it grow for next 3 years time and so on. So you have to also show in figures what is the potential of the market and what is the potential to make money out from that.
And also the steps in your business development, how you are going to operate your business and make it possible to go to that goal.
Yeah, and one more thing, since you already have identified the markets, now you just showed us the price, like $5,000 to $7,000. But if you could like describe some kind of like something that this robot would do, like every day, 10 times in an elderly home, and it would. So this robot could do that thing, and for a person it takes 5 minutes to do that, and then it's easy to convert that to money, and then show that okay, the customer should be happy to pay you $5,000 for this.
Okay, then we have many comments. Let's start with Irina and then students.
Yeah, well, since we start to talk about markets, I have a question if you have certain geographical markets. Because it comes to my mind that there are some infrastructural restrictions where you can use these robots, where you cannot use these robots. And you have to take them into account as well. So if you, for example, target Russia as your market, where you can sell these robots because you compete in the cost, of course, then maybe in Japan they will still prefer their own robots. So if you talk about Russia, there is quite still the level of internet coverage development quite low. The speed is quite low, so using Skype in some places, even in Pittsburgh, is impossible. From my own experience, I was suffered whole previous weekend with that. So that's one of these kind of things which you may like try to make some kind of SWOT analysis or something like this. Think about the external threats which you have, because the idea is wonderful. I love the concept. I'd love to see this kind of robot working and so on, but there are some things which can hinder the development in some geographical markets.
Okay, then short comments from, let's start with Laura.
I noticed that your prototype doesn't have hands, yes? Hands. I mean, comparing to this Honda or other competitors.
No, there are no arms because it's more harder, it's more difficult to build such types of robots, and the cost of robots with arms will be very high.
Okay, let's say I have this robot in the factory, but maybe I could have some rail with the camera. It's the same effect, isn't it?
Yes.
So why should I have a robot with the wheels?
It's the same, but it differs because. So you don't understand about the presence effect.
Okay. Okay, Kaisa?
Well, we kind of, you always also want to think through, like, why would someone want this? Like, for example, what caught my attention during your presentation was that, like, the robot can travel instead of you. I'd like, if I'm thinking me as a personal, like, just a private client, I don't want my robot to travel instead of me, but I would have no problem having this robot cleaning up my house and securing that no one's going to enter my house. So kind of like really elaborate, like take one of the, still like going on with my previous statement, take one or two examples and take them like to the deepest level possible. So for example, it was mentioned that like take a few examples how these robots would actually benefit the elderly people in the elderly people's homes. What would be the key positive sides of these robots? Because like they are not human, you'd still have to make the program like what are these robots going to say, what are their functions. So what kind of like really going to the grass level of like what are the functions of this product and why are they beneficial.
One final comment from Carl, please.
Oh, thanks. Let me start by saying that I really liked your presentation. It told a nice story, as Riku already mentioned that. My first question is more of a rhetorical kind. You don't necessarily have to answer it, but have you thought about your capabilities and resources in terms of what you are able to do, what your competitors can't? What is your unique advantage in this market? Is it making cheaper robots, or are you able to achieve something technically that the other manufacturers can't do, which would be an advantage for you in the future?
So I think the main advantage, as I said, the cost, but maybe we can discover very interesting function for our robot that other robots have no. And also, I didn't say that. Our team have a online store in Russia. So that's the website. So where we sell different robots, and this selling is for our research.
Okay, thanks. My other question is related to business models, and you have a nice product going, and I'd like to attract your attention to the possibility of creating a kind of a new business model around it. For example, have you thought about leasing or renting the robots?
Yes.
For example, conferences or events like that might be interested to rent robots to enable people to attend without actually flying there.
Yes, renting is a good business model because these devices are very expensive.
Yeah.
And also there is company Airbot in Moscow that has a similar device, but now we are trying to promote this device via our website, and with their device try to investigate the market of these devices, and during this investigation we are developing our device. So renting is a good model, and for example they rent their robot, the cost is is high, but it's about 500 or 600 in a day. It's almost it's certainly expensive, but rich companies can use this system in the different exhibitions and similar events.
Okay, thank you very much. This was really interesting. Then the fourth presentation.
Unfortunately, I have to leave now, but
thank you.
But it was very interesting and thanks. Very good cases. And actually, if you are able to deliver these last two presentations to me, like via email, for example, then I'd like to comment and see these two. Thanks a lot.
Good luck.
Nice meeting you.
Bye. Bye.
Ei sitä just niin kuin, kun ei Suomessa ainakaan niin kuin. Ei Japanissa, kun on liian kauan, niin ei sillä ole käsiä. Ei mitään, kun Japanissa on tarkoa. Niin, ja sitten muutenkin, niin kuin, se on semmoinen, niin kuin, että okei, onhan sulla telkkari.
Niin, mutta mitä sitä paljon? Se voi sanoa sulle, ota nyt lääkkeet.
Välillä videokuvaa ihan siis niin, silleen niin, silleen muista Alzheimer-lääkkeet.
Ei se pyöriä tarvitse.
Hello everybody. My name is Anneli Kanova. I'm also a student of a faculty of entrepreneurship, and I'm going to present my project. My project is aggregative tour portal. And the plan of presentation, we've made some market researches, like 4P marketing mix, 5 forces, and I'll start with a core idea of the project. It will be a web portal which will integrate all dumping, all discount tour offers, and with the that person, for example, person has flexible arrival and departure days, and flexible holiday, and limited budget, and he or she wants to have a rest somewhere in Europe or in America or in Asia. It's no matter because he has an active life position, and he has visas, he has all documents, and he's going to this web portal and start to search tours. And there will be tours from all tour operators from St. Petersburg, and the service with message sender and e-pay system that he or she can easily book this tour and be in a loop these days when he or she searching the tour. And the price of the project is expenses for creating portal and for advertisement. Place is an internet, and promotion. We are planning to make strong direct advertisement and also guerrilla marketing, because it's not so expensive advertising. Also blogging and social nets advertising, like Vkontakte is a famous Russian social net, and Facebook, and also supporting groups there. Issues to decide. We see the problem, the communication lack between suppliers and customers. So because of variety of so many communication channels, we have so much information, and it's hard to know about this dumping discount tours, which appears like suddenly, and the possibility to book it and to use these tours. And the deciding of this problem will be the creating this element, this aggregative portal. This is the link between suppliers and customers, as you can see. And then who are suppliers? They are tour operators from all St. Petersburg region. It's not large companies because they at first time they can just not agree to work with us, but then or they have their own business, and we are targeted to middle-sized companies and customers only young people with higher education or incomplete higher education. Average salary is about it's less than 1,000 euros and per month, and then it should be active internet user and with active life position and metropolis citizen and often traveling. Then spheres of our project. We pointed out that it's like the internet and then internet shops and then all aggregated sites, and here is our project. This complete this will provide mass touristic and low-cost services. Then again, this communication between all these links. And now five forces analysis. I'll start with bargaining power of suppliers. As we can see here, switching costs are really low because it's almost zero, because it's doesn't need to pay something to switch to other tour company, or we can switch suppliers as well. And what else? The supplier competition is middle, because suppliers can use other substitute products as making their making tours by themselves. Yeah, this using tour shops, plain tour shops, not online, and also online, and then this modern lifetime couch surfing. It's a really low cost way of traveling, that you can just go on this site for couch surfing and find a person who will host you in this country where you want to live, and it costs almost nothing. And it's but it's not so. They are not our main competitors, because we have our own unique process from searching tour. There are all already ready tours that with hotel, with flying tickets, so you don't need to worry about booking all this stuff separately. Yes, the substitute products and customers, and we have really high buyer volume in Russia. It's over 9 million buyers per. It was in 2010, and then price sensitivity is really high, because we are targeted only for those who has limited budget, and thus we make our project like half social, because we will not get so much money from that, but we will make tourism more accessible to people. This is our main competitor. Cheap Trip is operating in St. Petersburg. They have live journal communities on the top rate. It's very popular, but the main limitation that they have no e-paying system and problems with booking system. So you have to go to the office when you are watching that tour appears in the site, and you have to go faster, and sit there in the line, in the queue, and even you can miss this tour as you want, which you wanted to buy. This also our competitors, but they have not so attractive design, and it's not so easy to use. And then calculation, we counted like the minimal cost of one dumping tour is about 170 euros, and maximum cost is about 1,000 euros. And here you can see the minimal profit will be 187 euro per tour. Plus, we will take a % from this SMS mailing system and this e-paying system. Conclusion, as you can see, our decisions will be this unique innovative processes that I have said already, and then this web effect, that we will have this database of tour operators and networking, and also this mailing merge. And this is the shares of cheap and expensive tourism. This is a cheap tourism in Russia, that you can see it's much higher than expensive. So it's really popular. And market volume, 2-5% fall within all sales is online sales, and then it increased, and about 55 billion rubles annually. And to focus, it will be increase and increase, because online sailing in Russia is not saturated market, it's developing, and it will be developed. Thank you for attention.
Okay, once again, an interesting and clear presentation. Any questions or comments from our board members? Okay, Lauri.
Yes, I once traveled to Egypt from Russia, and it was a good trip, but like you said that there's some problem with the booking. How can you organize it better?
We will make this this portal will aggregate all offers from all operators, and you will need just book it online and pay it online, and you will be able to receive messages, to be in the loop. I don't know, this 2 or 3 days when you are searching. And
you're not 100% sure it will work.
Yes. It works.
How are you going to differentiate from your competitors? I mean, how are you going to be different from your competitors? Because what I know, for example, in England, there is exactly the same web page existing. It's called travelsupermarket.com.
Yeah, but maybe they have this mail sender, this message sender, which you will get these offers online when you are offline, you know.
I think at the same time you will face the challenge with technology. You know, we'll have all this new type of technologies like.
But it's for active people who are in new technologies. They know how to use it. It's not. You mean how we will
messages.
Yeah. It's not a new system. We will just integrate this.
Change in the future, you know, in the yes.
It has to change. So we will monitor all these new technologies and implement it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for your presentation. But once again, like for all the others, there is much too much content in your presentation, and the order was a bit the same like with the other ones. So you told not in the right order the things. And if I'm thinking about the business case, you have first presentation where was some figures over there, and that was good. But the figures were quite low, So to gather money for this business, it's a big question mark. If you are willing to come to the international market, because this is so full of competitors, this market where you are trying to be, and it's really hard to get the service on that level that people are really willing to pay for that something. So
we are going to make strong advertisement and good design of our portal. It's really important. Competitors don't understand that.
But I was. The only thing is that you have to be aware that for how long time you have the markets. When some big player is coming to the St. Petersburg market and you just cannot compete against those. And the other thing is that how you are able to get all these agencies to your service, because there is several other your competitors who are asking that, okay, please build up a interface together with us and so on. So it's really tough work. I don't know if you have done it already. And then again, so you have to have this network, and it should work really well, and then you are able to make some added sales with advertisements and so on. But
so we can't build it.
I don't know. I do not know St. Petersburg market that well, but in Finland, in Europe, I would not put a single euro for this. Sorry to say so straight, but anyhow, really tough market.
Okay, first Kalle and then Lina.
I wouldn't like to contradict my colleague, but I think it's possible you might find a niche there, but as he already said, the market's pretty full, at least in Europe, and your service is not that different from international providers like e-bookers or hotels.com. So what you might want to do is to really focus on the customer experience and how to make spending money through your store easy. Kind of like, I'm not an Apple user myself, but I understand that they have an exceptionally well-polished customer experience, and they make it really easy to spend money in their store. And that's something which could be an advantage for you if you manage to accomplish something like that. And about the presentation, I liked how you used the basic management frameworks to structure it. So it might have been a little bit full of content, but on the other hand, I think it illustrated the business case well.
Much too much content, so you have to keep it simple.
It's a good strategic work for your team, but not from the investor point of view, not so interesting.
Okay, Irina, please.
Yeah, first some comment. Your presentation sounds nice, but I would say a little bit too much ambitious. Maybe in the presenting style, you shouldn't be mentioning that you want to involve all the tour operators, which is who you started from, because it first creates an impression of this thing being unreal to implement ever. But then first mentioning that you want to have all tour operators, you showed the slide where you actually pointed out that it will be only middle-sized, which brought the question of contradiction first. And the other one is, did you compare the prices of middle-sized operators and the big operators? Because usually the big ones are the ones who give the most cheap offers when they have this kind of hot sales or whatever they do, some special offers. That's one point. Another point which concerns me is the technology behind. You want to do some aggregate web page basically. And this means that to process all the data which you collect from all web portals, you have to have really strong servers. And the processing time can be really big. And basically servers mean some investment, more money, more technology involved. And this again creates more danger to the simple fact that it can crash at any moment. It's just few concerns, or maybe think about differentiation from others. Knowing Russian web page, usually making style of Russian web page, you can try to put the effort to user-friendly interface. that can be really the hit because there is nothing user-friendly in Russia so far within the tour industry. That can be really kind of point to begin with.
Did you ever think, since Russia is a huge market already itself, like did you ever consider the possibility of having this operator just as a travel agency for people who want to travel within Russia? So for example, I'm kind of thinking, because like it's been mentioned many times before, that there is this huge competition in the English-speaking market and in the international tourism market. But then again, like if you kind of did what Yandex did instead of Google, like they have the service in Russian, and then they are like really focusing, and they are really the number one in the Russian market. So did you ever consider that as an option?
Yes, we are considering to be the first in the St. Petersburg market. First, not to get all Russia, I don't know, but firstly it's to concentrate on the small market, to try.
But
And
there's
then
a contradiction
to go
because
further.
your business idea is very low margin business, and in order to succeed you need high volumes, because it will not otherwise be viable. Your initial margin for one deal is really small, so you really need a lot of volume, a lot of traffic in your webpage.
That was well said, because now you are going to the big market. Great, but you have about the same problem. If I invent a hamburger and I will start to compete against McDonald's, so it's a huge market, these hamburgers, but how to get my share out from there, because your product does not differ a lot from the others, and also how to execute your business model so that you will get the volume, so that you will get all the agencies and so on. So be careful how much money you will put from your own pocket on this. I would advise you like this. But once again, I do not know the Russian markets that well, but these travel markets are quite much global, and they will be more and more global in the future.
Okay, one final comment from Laura, and then
You also need to be careful where you're getting your product from, because if you're using travel agencies, you will probably ask for provision, so which sets the price higher again. With the tour operators, it's okay, a bit better, because they will ask a little bit less. I mean, you probably, yeah. But the thing is, usually what tour operators are doing, they're approaching the hotels directly. They have the certain amount already of the hotel, and they have, if you're a good negotiator, you will get good prices. So, but this again asks you a lot of work to do. The same thing is with the air flights. Of course, I mean, you need to have a good reputation usually to get a good deal done. But you need to think about how many middlemen you have in between, how much provision is going to be adding up the price.
As a wrap up for you, so I don't remember if you were over there this morning when I was keeping my presentations in over there in hotel, and I said one thing that if you have good team but lousy business idea, so just change the business idea and continue with this good team, because it seems to be so that you are a good team.
Yeah, many nicely done analysis in this presentation.
Because the team is most important thing in these kind of cases, like I said in this one. Sorry to be so straight, but...
No, that's okay. Thank you all for your comments.
Okay.
It's really useful.
Thank you.
And so we are kind of pushing you here a bit, but please do not take it personally. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Тебе флешку. Флешку дай, загружу. Пожалуйста.
Siis 200 nykyään.
On se vähän aikaa teknologiasta, mutta on vaatinut.
Maaseudus.
Yksi, jos sä vaikka Salossa. Ei, mä asun nyt Salossa ja sitten muuten samaan. Se ei pakistanaisen pojan kanssa.
Attention please.
My name is Kirill. My first education was physics, quantum electronics, St. Petersburg State University. And now I'm studying in MKF ITMO in technological management. So now I'd like to tell about one of maybe my most interesting projects. It's about laser ablation. But not just laser ablation, it's automatic and household laser ablation, like electric shaver. So the main idea is pointed here is to unite the usability of usual electric shaver with efficiency and long time effect of laser ablation. This short description of device about price, cost, and selling value. So, next. Here we see the logical parts of the project. So we are now maybe completed some part of working with intellectual properties. We've done an application for the patent, and now we are working on the prototype. So we will need investments maybe for commercial prototype. That's the start of competitive analysis. So we see the strengths and weakness. That's the usual weakness of all the startups, so I can't even mention this. But on this market, the price of our product will be very, very low. It's about just one laser ablation of one leg. So, next. That's about our competitors. It's classical laser ablation. It's a huge device that needs specialists in ablation. Its price is lots and very painful. Very painful. So the next is electrical shaver. It's a very useful small device. With a low price, but just one weakness. It's not the long lifetime effect. We need to use it every day. So, and then maybe the most of our competitors is devices developed in our way. It's portative laser applaters. Their main their weakness is that they're not working. We have in market such devices, but they're not working. They're very, very slow. Just we have to take it, put it on the skin, wait a minute, ding, then else, and it's maybe hours to do the laser ablation. So, about technologies. The main idea is to meet laser only on hairs directly, but not for all the skin. It makes us possible not to hit skin much. It will be not so painful. And our idea is design of the scanning system. Is interesting design. I won't tell about it so much. So this design makes possible for this device to work enough fast. So just like a classical shaver, about some 5 or 10 centimeters a second, just like this. This is about our resources. We have good team, but now our problem was with technological base, but now we contact some laboratories to make the problems up on their base. Current status, what we can tell, we just done the full design of the prototype and working on the construction of it. And delays are as usual with technological base, because not so much of us. Doing this just me and my partner. But the Shilduda, we see that something about this. For entering the market, about 2 years we need. And for finishing the intellectual properties safety, it's a long time to have a patent after patent application. That's all I want to say. I'll be glad to answer questions.
Okay, thank you. First by asking, who is the target group of this product?
The target group? Maybe all humankind.
Okay, now then I'm going to ask all the males in the room, would you be willing to shave so that you only have to do it once a month?
Yes. Sure.
How many would not be? Yeah, but how many of you would not be willing to shave only once a month? Are there any people? Because I'm Brussels president. So yeah, but isn't it also part of masculinity that the hair grows back and you have to do it every day? No. Yes, I would say that for some people it might be kind of it is a mark of masculinity that it starts to grow back. And then if you have a device that does it once and for all.
It's very good for Native Americans. And the people who are in army, at least in Finland, they have to shave once a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the female population, obviously. But for the male population, there might be some cultural issues attached to the product.
I think it might have a big market in South Europe.
So, nice idea. I don't know about the technology at all, proof of concept, how does it work, but maybe it works. You had certain good things in your presentation, but it seems to be so that you are missing some good persons in your team. So to understand better this business and so on. So these ladies who were presenting this travel agency case, so take those ones to your team and give responsibility for them. So you could make this a business, but I don't know. I'm not able to say whether you are able to succeed with this business or not. If I'm concentrating on your presentation, so once again you were missing the target customers. Okay, we heard about those. Business potential and how much money you are able to make with after this two years R&D time. So how much money you are thinking about to make after that. So once again, these are you're missing these figures. And naturally, what are the estimated costs for R&D?
Depends a lot on what will be the results of testing the efficiency of device. So
the fact is that you have to have some kind of idea how much money you have to put on R&D, and then you have to have some kind of estimation what are the markets. If the R&D costs are higher than the market potential, so then forget the business. But if you have any idea to get 10, 100, 1,000 times more money compared to the R&D and production costs, whatever there is, so then it may be a good business and somebody is giving money for you. These are the figures, you have to have these figures over there.
Laura.
Oh yeah, sorry. Probably you said that there's already been developed this kind of working product, yes? It's under development. I don't know if you understand.
Prototype.
How come, for example, Gillette is not working on this kind of product?
Actually, Philips has a product.
Or Philips.
Of this category. It is called Philips Lumia. You might want to check it out. I do not know what technology they use, but they claim that they can kind of remove all the hair for many weeks at one usage.
One comment regarding your presentation. You were the only one who had this roadmap over there, but you were missing the time schedule and also, like Tero said, so what kind of skills you are need in certain place. Because if I understood correctly, you said about the team that you need some extra knowledge and skills to your team. So that would be great also to put over there.
Kalle.
I was just about to comment on the question why doesn't Gillette do something like that. This better. I understand that their business model is based on selling the blades for razors.
Yes.
So they make money by making perishable products.
Just, for example, Philips. I mean, it's a huge product. If they use laser, it's kind of expensive development. It's not like developing a blade, or it's a technology product.
But one option could be then if you get the patent to sell the patent to the big industry players. But of course, you might not get the money that. But there are kind of huge costs involved in the process.
Yeah. Just to sell it to some American dealer. You know these TV shops. All kind of.
Shops only if its phones work good.
Yeah. But I mean that there's a potential is over there. It doesn't matter if you say that this is original or something unique laser technology. So just make business out from there.
Of course, in the shop it will be bad efficiency, but good just
Marketing.
oh my god, it's working.
So a very concrete problem, and if your solution is painless and safe, I'm sure there might be a market. But then just kind of think of the focus, think of the target group, and then think of ways to get finance.
I believe also the same.
So it's a good idea, and if the technology works, great.
Thank you.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Maybe, Mikko, do you have any general comments on all the presentations? Maybe some final conclusions?
All in all, I must say so that if I have understood correctly, so this was the first time when you were presenting these ideas to somebody I mean this larger audience, and you didn't have that much time after my presentation today to make it a bit different. So they were quite good, all of those. I gave you quite, and Riku and all of us, we gave you quite strict feedback, but you have to get used to that. Especially when you are coming to the international markets and you are discussing with the big guys and ladies who has the money, so they are really strict, and they are not listening for a long time if they are not interested at all. So please concentrate on the issues which I presented you this morning, or it was already afternoon hours, because it was the last presentation. Keep it simple, pinpoint out, emphasize the things which I mentioned over there. But you have done good work, and just keep going on.
Yeah. So thank you for our board members and also the LUT student members of the board. So basically we were being quite critical today, but you made nice presentations anyway, so thank you for your courage. And we do hope that you got some ideas from our comments to go forward.
That's a comment to Nikos. Basically that's the second time. The first time was this. It is an event which was held in October 2010 in St. Petersburg area. This is part of the project which is called Best Agers. This is a project funded by Baltic Sea Region Program 2007-2013. And this group of students at that time was presenting some of the projects was already at that moment, some are new really this first time. And what we are doing, you are a very important audience which is absent from this project. Because this project has all Baltic Sea region countries, it doesn't have Finland because of something. And the plan is that in June 2011, within this project, we have QCamp 2011 in St. Petersburg. And at that time we are planning to have the competition of Baltic Sea region scale, so that we have also the Finnish student team, maybe from Lappeeranta University of Technology, maybe from this Student Entrepreneurial Association about which we heard yesterday. And out of that we do several things. We establish links between universities. We test presentation skills, this time of our students, next time it will be for your students, and we would have Russian experts like you giving their feedbacks if the projects of the students could be oriented towards Russian market. And this is the key point for the way of using business incubating ideas as an instrument of education. So that's actually the second time, but very important second time. And please check this website, and from this website you can access the project itself. So that's ANPI, Regional Cooperation. That's also part of our work.
So thank you once again, and I see that you are doing a very important work.
And you also, thank you.
Okay, so your bus is leaving at 6?
It's 6.
Okay, so your group should stay here, but now officially this is over. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I want to thank very many thanks to our Finnish experts, to the students of LUT, and we are really happy that you have spent this time with us, and we will have now very huge, I think, discussions and internal feedbacks of how this should be done. And if it is possible, Yura, can we make a picture of everybody of us?
No, Mr. Mala, not here, maybe in the hall.
Is it possible that we go all together to the hall, make a picture, and then please at 5 o'clock, all the Russian group, please come back here to this because we have a lot of important further things to speak about until 6 o'clock, until we have the bus. В 5 часов, пожалуйста, все вернитесь сюда, и у нас еще час работы.